Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and Barcelona have thrashed Real Sociedad 4-0 at their home stadium, and they have extended their lead at the top of the table. It was a big game for Barcelona because Real Madrid had lost today, so they had last night, sorry, so they had a big opportunity to win this game and get some sort of breathing space from Real Madrid. So it was a big, important game, and they played really good. So let's talk about this game. I mean, Barcelona were really good from the get-go. The moment the game started, they were on the front foot. They took the game to Real Sociedad, and even before the red card incident happens, Barcelona could have easily been 2-0 if I'm being very honest with you. I mean, Real Sociedad were really poor. The way that they started, they were so timid. I think this has been one of the main problems for Sociedad. The way that they've started the games this season, you don't really expect, nobody really expected that from Sociedad at the start of the season, but this has been their problems throughout the season. You look at their games throughout the season, the games that they started really quick, the way, I don't know. I don't know whether it is like mentally or psychologically. What is there? What's the thinking there? Whenever they start the games in a way, like it feels like they're scared of a team. They don't perform in that in those games, and they start really they are extra cautious in that game. And today again, like the communication between the players, it was not there. It was so poor. It felt like they were playing together for the first time. It felt majority of the times it looked like that, and Barcelona took full advantage of that. As I said, a couple of times a goalkeeper made the error, and the way that Lewandowski and Jamal and Rafinha, the way they were there, moving about, it was so easy for them to get away from the defenders, and that's how they get a red card as well. The last man they try they bring him down, and it's a red card. You can say it was a soft red card, but he's the last man there, and of course the referee had no other decision, unfortunately, to send the man down, send him off, and that basically was it. After that, Sociedad did not have one shot on a target. They did not create any chance in the entirety of that game. That's how dominant Barcelona were in that game. And I will Lamine Yamal. I mean, really a good game from him. He basically terrorized the wing back in that game. He was simply sensational. He could easily have had 3 or 4 5 assists if the players could end up finishing the chances. But unfortunately for him, they were not really able to do that. That first goal, the way that he basically puts the defender on the ground and then passes the ball to Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo again, a great pass, pings it to Gavi Martins, and he scores the first goal. It becomes 1-0 to Barcelona, and then that basically they needed that goal in a way, because a lot of the times, especially in these games like this, and when there is an opportunity, like Barcelona had, as I said, Madrid lost last night against Betis, so there was an opportunity for Barcelona to go ahead and get the job done, and then Sociedad get a player sent off as well, and Barcelona are dominating. A lot of the times when things happen like this, the team who is able to take advantage, they falter. They are not really able to perform, and I sort of sense like it had already been 30 minutes and Barcelona was still not able to break Sociedad down, and I just had a fear that maybe it is going to be one of those days when Barcelona are given the opportunity, but they will not going to be able to take it. But luckily for Barcelona, they are go ahead and they scored their goal. After the first goal, you could, in a way, a sense of relief all over the stadium and among the players as well. They were dominating and everything, but until and unless you don't score that first goal, you don't get, you push out Sociedad. Of course, after that first goal, Sociedad had to come out. They couldn't just defend, and that made it a lot easier for Barcelona. They scored the second goal again. It was a corner. The keeper unfortunately puts it out, but the second ball comes to Barcelona. A simple shot. It becomes a 2-0. They become 2-0 in the first half. We go into the second half. Early on, they scored their third goal again. A corner. Goalkeeper. Unfortunately for the goalkeeper, he made like 4 or 5 really good saves, but the defense was not really there for him. They were not really able to protect him. It becomes 3-0, I think, in the 53rd minute mark, and then around the 63rd minute, 65th, 66th minute, right, if I'm not wrong, Lewandowski scores that fourth goal to put the game to bed. It was already done and dusted, but they added another one, to adding insult to injury for Sociedad, and Barcelona win the game. It was very easy for them. They, as I say, from the get-go, even before the red card, they were simply incredible. And I've said this, throughout the season. I've said this. When the season started, Barcelona were playing like they had some sort of freedom. Like they were really enjoying the way that they were playing, and they looked untouchables. sort of speaking, I really did not think that it was going to be really hard for them. I said it after the first Clasico. I said that only Barcelona can stop themselves from winning the league because of the way that they were playing. But I don't know what happened during that November to December to early January period, a month or so. I've said this, I stand on this. I think there was something going on behind the scene that we don't know, because you cannot tell me that the players and the way that they were playing with smiles on their faces and everything, suddenly everything went. You could just see it on the faces of the players that something was there for a month or so. They are losing the games, they're drawing, they're dropping points everywhere, and I think that has been fixed, because the last month or so, again, you see the way that they're playing, the way the way they are passing the ball, the way the movements of the players are, how happy they seem. It feels like whatever the issue was, it has been fixed. Maybe it was some rift between with the manager or some power struggles, whatever it was. I personally think it has been fixed. And I think the moment you can see, the moment it has been fixed, Barcelona are starting to play like they were playing early on in the season. And I think it's a dangerous sign for their competitors, Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid as well. I still think the title race is on, but again, Barcelona now almost 7 game winning streak for Barcelona, so it is a really tough season. It is really hard to contemplate how the season has gone. When Barcelona were having a great time, Real Madrid and Atleti were not really playing good football. Then Atleti went on a big winning streak, and they came back right at it in the title picture. Then Real have that a big winning streak, and they are in the title picture. Barcelona, Real were a couple of weeks ago, Real were like 7 or 8 points ahead of Barcelona and Atleti, and now they are on the third position, sorry. So it is looking really interesting. But I think Barcelona would be feeling really good about themselves, that there's not that many games to go right at the moment. To get in a form the way that Barcelona are in, it is going to be really helpful. But I personally think this title race is going to go down to the wire. It could go to anybody. At the moment, Barcelona have a bit of advantage, and they would be really happy with that. But as I said, this could go anywhere. The way the league is going, it is so hard to predict who's going to win the league. So yeah, it is looking really interesting. As I said yesterday, nobody expected Madrid to lose. Everybody expected it to be a tough game, but nobody expected that Betis were going to defeat Madrid. So a big loss for Madrid, and a big weekend for Barcelona. Sociedad, on the other hand, I mean, they really had a disappointing season. Like when I made the prediction, I'm pretty sure like I had them. There was a big a debate in my head between them and Athletic Bilbao, that I had to put one of them in the Champions League places, and I went with Bilbao. Luckily for me, I went with Bilbao, and I said that Sociedad were going to finish in the Europa League places. But the way that this season has went, it has been a catastrophic season in my opinion, to be very honest with you. Like it has been a really underwhelming season, and the way that they performed today, again, it shows that the defense is really terrible. They're not really able to play the football that they played last season, and nobody really expected them to be so bad this season. So yeah, it is quite surprising, to be very honest with you. And Sociedad themselves, like as I said before, when the season started, they had a couple of really bad runs, and if you look all the games of Real Sociedad, that the games that they start slow, you can, in a way, unfortunately or fortunately, you can just see it on the players' faces. I think it is the mentality thing. That sometimes the players and the team think that the team that we are facing, they are better than that. It feels like they are scared of the team, and the moment that happens, you are not gonna win it. And I think majority of the games that Sociedad have lost, they have had that mentality. And I think again today it was the perfect example. Like they were so scared of Barcelona, and then the red card happens and everything was done. I don't really think Sociedad are going to qualify for Europe this year. Forget about Europa League. I don't think they are going to qualify for Europe at all. I think at this moment in time, their best bet is going to be at least finishing the top 10. I think that would be a really good season for Sociedad, given where they are in the moment, in the league at the moment. And I think that is going to be really tough for them, because there are so many teams fighting it out to somehow get into those European places or get into the top 10. So it's going to be an interesting finish for Sociedad as well. So yeah, that's it from me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the game, what you guys think of Barca's performance. Do you think they are this weekend could be the turning point for the title race, and Barca are gonna go ahead and nick it and steamroll the season, or do you think both the Madrid clubs have a chance to come back in the race, and you think Barca might drop points later on? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers as quickly as possible, so please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.